Hi everyone, my name is Morgan Richardson. I'm a Fulbright English teaching assistant currently in Kazan, Russia. I arrived in September of 2015 and I'll be leaving in the spring of 2016, so about an academic year, 2 semesters, and it's been a wonderful time. I'm from Texas, born and raised, so proud Texan, obviously. And I'm currently in Russia because I studied Russian while I was an undergraduate student. So my bachelor's is in Russian and political science. And I'm very excited to be here, and I'm excited to begin discussing our theme.
Hello everyone, my name is Nadezhda Vanyukhina, or you can call me Nadia. I am a psychologist and a PhD in psychology and an associate professor here in Kazan Innovative University, Russia. 20 years ago, I was an exchange student in the USA. Now I'm a psychologist. So I'm still interested in psychology, education, family, relations, culture, and all the differences that exist in those spheres.
Hello everyone again. So today our theme is going to be on stereotypes between Russia and America and the psychological underpinnings and the meanings behind these stereotypes. Since Nadia and I have both been abroad, and since we have lived in our countries of origin for a very long time, we feel quite confident that we can explain these stereotypes and then also talk about the reasons why these stereotypes came about. We see this as a good opportunity to understand our cultures better, to get past just the facade.
Morgan, I was in New York in April. It was really cold, the unusually cold day for New York, and I was surprised to see people wearing a coat and sandals bare feet. Is it common? Is it okay?
I wouldn't say it's common, but it would be okay. And it would be okay because no one would probably care. If I saw someone in cold weather with sandals and a coat, I would think, oh, that's really dumb. And then that's all I would think about. So yeah, I think it's probably people just don't care.
Well, it's interesting because our women, they like to be dressed up. And have you noticed that?
Yes, I have absolutely noticed that. That is, I think, an international stereotype, and it's a good stereotype that Russians dress very well.
I think there is a psychological basis for that because our people are very community dependent. And we have a lot of jokes about old ladies sitting on the entrance of the apartment building and watching everyone to come in and come out. What time do they come in and come out? With whom do they come in and come out? What do they wear? And those old ladies know everything about everyone in that apartment building. Who gave birth, who got married, who got divorced, and who had scandal yesterday. And that's why probably that community dependence has not paranoid, but real basis.
That makes excellent sense. I could totally see that as why people dress so nicely, because if people are looking at you and thinking about you, you want to give them the best story. I would say it's quite different in America. We often have a very, more individualistic culture in that respect, and people wear what they want to wear for comfort, but also because most likely you're not thinking someone's going to look at you and say something about your clothing. Moreover, if someone does, oh, I noticed you wore that shirt last week. Why did you notice? Why are my fashion choices so important to you?
KGB.
I don't know about that, but it would be very strange if someone is paying attention to how you're dressed.
Oh, okay. You see, your answer was not surprise for me, because we have stereotypical thinking of fashion in America, just the way you explained. But do you know what dress code is?
Ah, yes.
And actually, do you know that in Russian, you study Russian, but you probably don't know the Russian word for dress code? Do you know?
No, I don't think so.
There is no Russian word for dress code. We just use the American one. We took from the USA, the word, the notion, and the rules of the dress code. Why is that? No fashion, but there is dress code.
Interesting. Well, speaking of dress code, I actually read an interesting article about why Americans dress so badly, our informal dress. And the article explained that there are different spheres of what's appropriate to wear. No one talks about it, but it's understood. If you're at the gym, you should wear something sporty. If you're in class, wear something comfortable. If you're at work, wear something more professional, but also comfortable. So there's this idea that in each separate area of life, you should have your own appropriate clothing. And often this clothing can be not very dressy, but it should be unique in its own way.
Well, then our love for fashion is just stretching out of that dress code sphere. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cultural differences.
Or maybe the differences in culture.
Mm-hmm.
Could you be more specific about that? Formal and informal?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's an excellent point. So when I think about our fashion in the U.S., I think it's very informal and it's very focused on the individual. I think this has a lot to do with the fact that our culture is very individualistic and informal. So you wear what you want to wear because your clothing does not affect anyone around you, it just affects you. I think you can really see this in the you. So in English, we have you, but in Russian, you have вы and ты. So you have the informal and the formal. And I think this reflects the idea that, one, you're in a community, so you need to know the proper terms to use, and then also, because you're in a community, you need to behave as if other people's lives and what they think about you is important. So,
well, you see, at first I didn't believe you when you said that Russian culture is a formal one, but you gave an excellent point, excellent proof. Now I see the cultural differences.
yes.
That's it.
Done.